regarding your early life, I believe you're actually a Tassie boy from...
Exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
born and
yes.
bred?
Born and bred here,
In Hobart?
yes, in the northern part of the northern suburbs, I suppose. Grew up in Lanna Valley, which is a little suburb that sits right under the mountain, under Mount Wellington.
So was it fairly rural back then?
No,
No?
no,
It was town?
one of the outer suburbs, yeah.
Okay. And you stayed here until what age?
Well,
Did you go to high school here?
yes, went to Hobart High, which was one of the state schools, and then on to university, and then left to join the industry in 1970.
Did you do any geology at high school?
Yes, in those days we had a matriculation geology course, which was a full-blown geology course. Actually, it was very good. I gained an interest in geology probably through my father. He was an engineer, but he used to spend a lot of time out in the field. He had an interest in Aboriginal artefacts, and I used to go around with him while he was sort of searching for Aboriginal artefacts, and I used to find a lot of fossils and various rocks, and that sort of engendered the interest in geology.
Excellent. And then after you finished high school, you decided to go to university here in Hobart?
Yes, traditionally Australians go to their closest university. They don't move very far away from home. It's happening a little more nowadays, but in those days you always went to the closest one.
And this would have been in the late 60s, early 70s?
That's right, yep, the late mid-60s I came when Professor Samuel Warren Carey was the head of the department. He was a well-known tectonics professor.
Well, I was going to ask you whether any of the profs at the university made a big impression upon you, and I guess Sam probably made a big impression on lots of people.
He did, yes, he was phenomenal.
Any tales you'd like to just mention?
Well, there's probably too many to mention, but his philosophy, so he was right in the forefront of continental drift, and wrote some of the very early papers at a time when continental drift wasn't accepted, really. And so he had a lot of trouble getting his ideas across. And he used to say to all of us that his mantra was disbelieve if you can. In other words, most of geology, most of the science is probably about 30% right and 70% wrong, and his idea was, well, attack the 70% because you'll get some good runs on the board if you do that.
So subconsciously you would have learnt the inquiring mind approach.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Excellent.